Oh, I think we're almost on. But every time I do this, it's like it will randomly like publish, and then I'm like, oh wait, we're on live now. Oh, there we go. What's up, people? We're freaking live. The Heck Podcast. This is Chris, and I'm John, and we're gonna learn y'all something today.
Learn ourselves
something today. Yeah, I don't know. We've kind of had like a weird week, slightly.
Yeah, it's been weird because, I mean, it's Wednesday.
Yes.
And usually...
Oh, sorry.
Usually we do these on Tuesday.
Yeah, and normally at like 12 or 1 o'clock. So it's like a weird hour for us. But...
Holidays, random sickness. You know,
yes.
Everybody's getting it. They're going through the motions. It happens every year.
Every single day.
Especially in Tennessee, because you have weather that's like 16 degrees one day.
And then like 70 degrees the next.
So it just like completely fucks up everything.
It really does, man.
You have going on as a human being.
Yeah, like you don't know how your defense systems are just like, what do I do? What do I do with this? So, yeah, last weekend we do commentary. So we did the Warriors Den Fighting Championship commentary. That is why this is on the screen right here. Whoop!
Filmed by Bearcat.
Yeah,
shout out to those guys.
Dude, yes. Shout out to Bearcat Productions. We do the commentary for all their fights. So you can actually find this page. It's Bearcat with 2 T's, 1 word. Bearcat Productions. And there's a ton of fights that we got to watch. Some of them were freaking awesome. Some of them were like, it's hit or miss, man. The fight game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, in any kind of fight game, really. I mean, amateur, pro.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to end up
Some
getting.
of them are finished in like, a few seconds.
Yeah.
And some of them just like, nothing's happening.
Yeah. Dude, it's kind of weird because like a lot of people ask me, a lot of like going up to this fight, a lot of people are like, oh, have you seen the card? What do you think about the card? And like, I never know really how to answer that question because like, there have been cards that I'm really, really, really excited to see and everyone's a dud. And then there's like cards that I'm like, this is going to suck. And then it freaking blows my mind. I'm like, every fight was awesome. So
yeah, for the most part, it's hard on these amateur fights, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't know everyone.
Yes.
Because, I mean, a lot of them, this is like their debut fights sometimes. So it's hard to judge. You can't really ask. If you ask me that question, I'll be like, I haven't even seen the card, probably.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's going to be cool, like, doing these so much, we've kind of got to see a lot of the fighters. Like, there's this dude right here, Michael Doles. We've watched that guy kickboxing a few times, and I think he actually kickboxed Colton Woods once.
Oh.
So it's cool to see people like that you've watched. And whenever I saw his first fight, and he was like really unconfident and kind of like unsure about himself, and then he won that fight, and then he came back on this one. And they called that one a draw, which I thought was weird.
Oh, yeah, that was a draw.
It was odd, man.
That's strange. I don't think there should ever be a draw in amateur fighting.
Amateur fighting, no.
Not even a single time. Just go to a sudden death round.
Yeah.
I mean, amateur fights don't matter in the long run anyways.
Yes.
So having a draw on your record at amateur is just stupid.
Very pointless,
Very
I think.
stupid.
But, so I don't know. I mean, it was kind of cool to see him fight and, like, have more confidence and get, like, more well-rounded and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I think one of my favorite fights, like, that stood out to us was, like, the main event card. And,
Ethan Bedingfield versus Rayvon Baxter.
Yeah, dude, Rayvon Baxter, this is his last amateur fight. He's moving up to pro after this. Mm-hmm. And he said sometime early next year he's going to be pro fighting. And I think we're going to end up getting him on our actual, like, podcast sometime soon. I'm not sure when that's going to happen.
I'm really hoping for that, because this guy is the real deal. As far as, like, of all of the amateur fighters that we've seen and met, whenever I saw him fight for the first time, I was like, yeah, he's got something. You just know, if you've watched fighting as long as we have, you just know when you see the fighter instinct in somebody. You can see it in their eyes. It's crazy.
Yeah. And too, like, I went back and rewatched this because whenever we're watching the fights, like, we're right on the cage, and then, like, the dudes, like, the cage is a little bit up from us, and they were pretty much on the opposite side of the cage, like, most of the fight.
Here's the cage, probably, and here's where we're sitting. Yeah. So, I mean, it's barely a few feet in front of us.
Yeah. So, it's really hard for our perspective to be able to see a lot of this stuff, but I rewatched this fight right here, and Raven actually has, like, really accurate striking. Like, that's what I noticed in his fight, rewatching it. And
because he caught the guy with, I missed what he caught him with, but
yeah,
you could see that it was like, you know, he was like, oh, but it didn't seem like it was a wind-up kind of shot.
Yeah, from where we were at especially. And I rewatched it and noticed, like, so the Ethan actually got a takedown on Ravon, but I rewatched it and I almost don't think it was a takedown as much as Ravon gave him that position and hoping to get him on the ground.
Well, he almost locked up that front choke on him.
Mm-hmm. Which is how he won
the
first fight.
Yeah, the first fight that I saw him in, he locked in this front choke and... Like, dude's head was right here. He locked it up, lifted the guy up off the ground, and then dropped when he tapped. Like, that's just an instinct that you can't teach. Yeah. Whenever you can just lock stuff up.
Yeah,
as you
on
feel
the fly.
you feel it on the fly.
And he actually, one thing he told us about, which I'm sure he'll tell us more on a podcast, but he said that he's trained with freaking Cowboy Cerrone before. So that's pretty legit. I mean, I don't know. I think if you are in amateur fighting and you inspire to be a pro fighter, like, go forward, my friend. Just continuously push forward. And it's like we tell anybody with music and, like, anything. If you've got a passion, freaking pursue that obsessively. Don't be half in, man, because you can tell with some of these fighters, especially in the amateur circuit, you can tell a lot of them are kind of half in, half out. Mm-hmm. And, like, it's not going to be good for you.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, it's easier said than done whenever we talk about fighting. Because, I mean, a lot of these people that are fighting in amateur have a full-time job. Mm-hmm. They train every moment that they can outside of their job. And some of them have families. Yeah. So, like, these guys are probably some of the toughest guys you'll ever meet in your life fighting. Yeah. Men and women. So.
Yeah. And you know what? There was supposed to be a couple of women fights on this card, but I didn't see any.
Yeah.
So.
But the last time the women fought, they were really good.
Yeah, they were some really good. Dude, I don't know. But it was pretty good. I think their next ones are going to be in April, I believe. I'm not positive on the date, but he normally does like an April and then a July and a November show, I think is how he normally does it. But they were pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
And
gotta get Ravon on here.
I know, yeah. That would be pretty good podcast. But if you guys don't, which I'm sure y'all might not already, but go find Bearcat Productions and hit that subscribe.
Yeah, watch some of these fights too. You'll be surprised. I'm going to
subscribe too, because I'm actually on not who I thought it was. Alright, but, which brings us to our next thing to talk about, which I don't know what it's going to... Oh! Wait, we'll save this. We'll just go to this instead. Boom! The real reason to panic about China's plague outbreak. Which, there's a lot to freaking unpack here. Pow!
So the plague is back from medieval times.
Welcome back, plague.
I mean, I don't know if that's the one that they considered the bubonic plague as well.
Yeah, I don't know. They weren't really very thorough about it in this.
But all I could find was it's called the plague, and they called it the Black Death. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's pretty scary.
It sounds horrible. But the thing here, should not have just said a sour word. Give me a second. We're going to work through this together. Okay. The thing is, so there's this couple. It's an older couple. They've been in their house for like 10 or 11 days. Sick to death. And they get a doctor over. The doctor pretty much confirms, dude, you've got the freaking Chinese plague, bro.
I mean, how did they confirm that, though? Do they do, like, a blood test on the site? Or are they just like, these are the symptoms, we gotta quarantine this right now?
Yeah, I'm not exactly positive how that works out. But pretty much, there's been an outbreak of the plague. And,
just 2 people so far, though. That they know of.
I wonder why they say outbreak, then, up here. But that is... Pretty much, though, yes. So
they could have this rule where if it's more than one person, it's considered an outbreak.
Even if it's like 2 people in the same dwelling. But pretty much so, okay. It says on November 3rd, This guy, doctor.
I mean, that's how they describe mass shootings, right? Is it
pretty much
more than one, or is it more than 3?
I think it's more than 3, but that could even be just like gang-related violence, and it's crazy. But yeah, so pretty much November 3rd, this guy goes out there. They attended a middle-aged man who was struggling to breathe and his wife, who was also running a high fever and likewise gasping for air. The couple had been ailing for at least 10 days by the time Lee saw them. They had initially sought care some 250 miles north of China. Okay, well, I guess maybe they didn't really drive that far. I don't know. Either way, frigid cold region. But the thing is, the freaking government. Doctor.
They sent him to that place in near Mongolia.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sent him to Beijing for observation.
So, this Dr. Lee, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name because I'm horrible with it.
Oh, Jifing.
Jifing? Li Jifing. I like that. It just flows.
Yeah.
It flows off the tongue. But, this doctor tried to talk about it and actually published his findings on something called, like, WeChat. It's a social media posting. And, the Chinese government deleted it. Like, as quickly as it was on there, they deleted it. And the weird thing about that is they've pretty much, the only thing they've actually talked about is to the World Health Organization, which they had to release a statement about that, but that's the only thing that they've talked about it. And already they have reported, like, that one report has been reported across the world by, like, tons of different journalists. But
right, because we're in the age of nobody can keep a secret from anyone.
Pretty much.
Because if it gets on the internet for more than 10 minutes, somebody has already screen grabbed it.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if you take it down or not.
Yeah.
It's just gonna...
So pretty much that's what's going on. Like, this doctor tried to post it talking about his findings and the treatment of them. The government took the posting down, but then they had to report to the World Health Organization this case, and everybody's just spread it like fire. When if they would have just left the doctor's post up, people probably would have been a little bit more chill about it.
Right. Because they would have been like, it was like a contained case.
Yeah.
We treated them. There's no reason for panic.
Yeah.
But now that it's taken down,
like,
everyone can assume that there's not just 2 cases.
Yeah.
And there's more, you know.
Which, dude, I don't know. The Chinese government is so shady. If we get killed, we didn't kill ourselves. But they're freaking shady as hell, man.
The reason they are is because they can do anything they want.
Well, like, they look at stuff more like, I know this is a really crappy and amateur, like a very elementary observation, but, like, with America, we have to look at everything like a quick game of checkers. Like, we've got 4-year presidents, 8 years if we're lucky. Like, they really kind of just move the piece just a little bit at a time. With Chinese, the way that they run there is just like 40 to 50 years. Like, they have a lot longer emperors and stuff like that.
Yeah, they have... I don't know their whole system, but I know they have an emperor, and then they have, like, a chief executive or something, like prime minister. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah. But they have, like, their processes are a lot longer. So they, like...
They are a lot more in control of their people.
Yes.
Like, to a point that it's kind of crazy.
And they can delete your stuff. Which I guess Twitter can delete, you know, like if they want to take you off Twitter. But that's Twitter, that's not our government.
It's kind of like the way that social media is... to its people now.
Yeah.
YouTube can ban you instantly.
Yeah.
Can delete your stuff instantly. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Even if YouTube is your only form of income.
I know, and that's the shitty thing.
They can destroy you instantly.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, I mean, the thing that happened with Fortnite, when Fortnite went down after those seasons or whatever, and it was only down for what? 2 days?
I don't remember.
Something like that. Like a long weekend or something like that. Because it was like, there was a holiday on Monday or something.
Yes,
so it was down for a long weekend, and all these parents were pissed off because they had to hang around their kids for a little while. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just messed up that you can have that. There's a lot of professional gamers that just played Fortnite, and all their income for those days are just like...
Yeah. Twitch streamers in general make a lot of their money from sponsors. Mm-hmm. And when they sign sponsorship deals, they have specific... things that they put in their contract where they have to be on at this time of day and to promote their gear, whether or not they're doing a commercial for it on stream or not.
Yeah,
they have to be on there at this specific time wearing that
gear,
people's gear to get paid. And so if they're
they're not able to get on there,
you know,
kind of like a breach contract type thing.
They have to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be. I don't know. It's really complicated.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, I feel like with China, the way that they run their government, like at least with these private entities like Twitter and YouTube and stuff like that, it's not even a government controlled thing, even if it is government biased or something that's removing you from that platform. Like, it's not the actual government. Like, Donald Trump can't be like, don't like what John posted on his Instagram page, ban him for life.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, with the Chinese government, they can be like, dude, you just posted some shit we didn't want you to post. Gonna delete that.
Yeah. And I think in recent times, I can't remember if this is China or not. I don't want to get this wrong. Maybe Korea or somewhere. But they initiated a ban on gaming because
I think
some people died from playing a game too long over there.
Holy shit. They just played a game so long, they just died.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't know if it was like from starvation or what, but they just died from playing a game.
I mean, I kind of want that to happen in my life. Not necessarily playing a game. I just want to get smothered to death by boobs. I don't know. Maybe.
Right.
But, I mean, games, like, that's the second way to go down. Shark attack, smothered by boobs, playing a video game.
Yes.
There you go. Sharks.
Mine would probably be banging, though. Like, banging? If I'm getting banged and I die.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's how I'm going to get smothered by boobs. Definitely.
I mean,
banging and smothered by boobs.
I don't want to steal his thunder, but Richard Pryor had a joke.
Oh.
Where he said, I mean, literally, I'm pretty sure this is a true story. Richard Pryor's father died while he was getting banged.
Freaking Richard Pryor's dad. That guy was doing something right with his life.
Richard Pryor was like, well, he came and went at the same time.
Richard Pryor.
So,
dude,
I mean,
there it is, man.
What a good way to go if you gotta go.
Something to strive for,
right?
At least, you know. I mean, that's the goal. That's the goal here with this podcast. No. But all right. But yeah, either way, Chinese people. I mean, I don't know. I just say like just keep doing what you're doing, man. This Hong Kong protests, like I know we don't really have anything up about it right now, but they just elected a Democratic, like a new person into office, and instead of it being a Chinese government favorite, it's actually more of a democracy favored politician. So that was awesome. Huge stride for Hong Kong.
There's a lot of stuff going on in Hong Kong that is ridiculous right now, and I send them so much sympathy because it's ridiculous what they have to go through on a daily basis.
Yeah, there's like I don't know if you guys really look about it, but
in the riots, like shot point blank by police, dead.
And something that I found out about that too, because I've been thinking about that a lot, and it really sucks, dude. But they're actually Chinese police, so it's not Hong Kong police that's patrolling them.
Right.
Did you watch that Vice thing that I sent you?
I watched a little bit of it.
There's a ocean, but it's like a river pretty much that divides the two.
Yeah, I saw that.
Hong Kong like pretty much like patrols itself, has its own like government right now and their own police. But whenever the riots got insanely out of control, they sent Chinese police over, and those are the people shooting people in the face.
Okay.
So like Chinese police. That's what they're like. Whenever the riots were like, "Hey, they're about to send in the police," they were talking about Chinese police.
So
like,
basically,
they're about to fucking kill some people.
So basically, all of Hong Kong is doing everything they can for themselves. Like even the Hong Kong police there are not going to do anything against these protesters because that's their own families.
Yeah, pretty much. That's just like the whole like. I know there's a couple of cops out there probably that would not do this or would do this, but like it's kind of like the whole "would you take their guns" type thing over here in America. Like, I don't think that there's any cop in Dixon County that's gonna be like, "Well, I'd knock on somebody's door and take their guns."
No,
nobody. And then like that's probably for the most of the South for sure, at least like the South.
Right.
If A, they don't have the balls to do it, and B, because like. You know, they don't support that.
Knocking on their dad's door.
Yeah, no joke. And it's not supporting
door.
The Constitution that they swore to defend. So,
so I mean, if that ever happens, just know that it is going to be foreign police.
Oh yeah, for real.
And try to enforce this. They're going to hire an outside company.
Something's going to have to happen like that because, like, too, like how the National Guard will sometimes get deployed. So, like, if some shit's going on in like Washington, they'll send a troop from the National Guard that's not in Washington, like some other state's National Guard, deploy them to over here so where they can deal with it. And it's like no local homeboys trying to like settle scores or like not do anything because they know these people. Maybe I don't know, man. I don't think that's ever something. Yeah,
it'll never happen. Which is a good thing.
Yeah,
because that would be the end of
a lot of shit, man.
America. Like as far as a united country, it would be the end of it if they ever tried to enforce that.
It would. But speaking of political stuff, here we go with the next one. Go freaking pow! Look at this guy's face, first of all. Before we get into anything else, look at how sweaty he looks. And that ain't even sweat, people. I'm pretty sure that's pizza grease.
Right.
So if y'all haven't seen this, pretty much a lot of the interview actually isn't really that bad. So the whole interview, not that bad. It's really, but the stuff that he says and the way he looks is fucking horrible.
Yeah, he's definitely drunk or something.
I think he's going down the path of, what's the dude's name? Tiger Blood? What was his name? Charlie Sheen. Is that right?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen? Yeah. So he's going down the path of Charlie Sheen right now. I feel like he looks kind of like Charlie Sheen.
He's been on a path for a while because something happened to where he got drunk somewhere and like said a bunch of stuff on camera or something and got him into hot water.
That's what got him in trouble to start with?
In the beginning.
Oh, okay.
And then it was just a downward spiral from there until he got basically fired as being the CEO of Papa John's. I mean, this was the guy that was in the Papa John's commercials.
I mean, dude,
he started
Better Pizza.
Freaking Papa. Yeah, he started Papa John's. That is Papa John right there. His name is John.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. John.
Yeah. But so pretty much what he's trying to say in this interview. So what happens is to give you a little backstory. I didn't know about the drunk occasion, but more power to this. I mean, get drunk in public if you want. He was
at some kind of like football game or something.
I mean, who's not going to be drunk at a football game? At least 50% of the crowd is slightly intoxicated. Yes. But anyway, so this guy, he did the drunken thing and said some crazy shit. I really want to know what he said. I have no clue.
I can't remember.
No, all right. So, but in a board meeting, he was talking about something to do with like an ethnicity training or something like that along those borders. So you're already kind of in this like diversity training bubble, like ethnicity and all this stuff, like what not to say, politically correctness and stuff like that. I
mean, in general, as a white man, you're probably not supposed to even be talking about
He should have passed the puck to a more diverse person on this subject. Right. But he drops the N-bomb. And then he didn't say it like, as in, he wasn't using it like in a derogatory way. And I honestly don't know if he actually said the word or if he said the N-word. I don't know what happened there. But pretty much...
Surely it wouldn't have been him just saying the N-word.
I know, right? Maybe. I don't know.
It would have been him actually saying the word.
Yeah. But he used it in a way. He was saying, don't say this like somebody did. He like mentioned the person that said it and then said the word, apparently. I don't know. But he said that the phone conference was recorded, and he was like, eventually that recording's going to come out, and people are going to be like, their heads will roll. A day of reckoning is coming. And in the interview, though, the reason this is like so popular right now is because he said,
I've had over 40 pizzas in 30 days.
That is a lot of freaking pizzas.
And it's not the same. He was talking about his own company's pizzas, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how the pizzas suck now that he's not the CEO. Mm-hmm. Because they came in and they changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, honestly, I had Papa John's pizza like a couple weeks ago and it was awful.
It does taste like a dog turd.
I was like, I'm never ordering Papa John's pizza again.
Yeah. That guy's got the sauce, and it's bleeding out of his face.
I mean, maybe there was something in his like contract to where that if he gets fired, he takes the better ingredients, better pizza with him.
And with him, yeah. He's like, I am the better ingredient.
They can't use this. I mean, who knows?
That might be what it is, dude. But yeah, so he pretty much, that's the interview. And it's, he did the interview with WDRB is what it's on. So you can look up Papa John's WDRB interview, and that'll pull up the whole actual interview. WDRB News, I guess is what it was. I did some extreme freaking
the way that he says it though, when he talks,
I know
he is like,
he says it with such
you know, he is dead serious that he had that many pizzas.
I would die. Like, that's over one pizza a day.
Right.
So like, if he broke that up, that's a pizza and some odd a day.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't ate a whole pizza since high school, man. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I got to be pretty hungry to scarf a whole pizza, and he went like supersized me with pizza.
I guarantee you that these weren't personal pan pizzas either.
Aubrey said she likes Papa John's. She said she liked Papa John's. Do you still like Papa John, or do you just...
Papa John's can go blow a donkey.
Oh, damn! That's cold. Well, this guy looks teethless, so he's halfway there.
I'm sure it already happened. That's why his teeth is gone. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Knocked him right out of his head.
Well, I don't know, man, but he's definitely greasy. And I wonder if he uses the same product on his face as he does on his hair. Because it looks shiny.
He just goes...
Boom! Yeah.
Just one motion.
I like it. Alright, people. So, that's pretty much the Papa John story. And that's all I got to say about that. I don't know. And in cooler news... Whoop-pow! After $1 billion theft, German museum has found out it has no insurance. How are you not insured?
What a way to find out, I guess, right?
I know, yeah. Look, I bet they
lost $1 billion worth of gems.
$1 billion. Dude, I bet
wonder what our policy looks like.
Yeah. I bet that's exactly how it went. Either that or they were like, it's okay, guys. We're insured. And then they called their insurance company. And they're like, well, Bill, it turns out your update date was 2 months ago and you'd failed to update it. You're not covered currently. And he'd be like, no! And now the museum's about to go under. But the reason that we even bring this up is they stole some cool shit. It's a sword made of diamonds.
What in the hell?
I know.
I mean, how are you going to fence this stuff?
I don't know, but there's...
The only way to fence, to get your money's worth out of this stuff is to take it apart. Yeah. And then it loses all of its value. But you just get the base value of the gems.
I like to think that, like, I've been raised on movies where there's, like, people that are, like, private collectors that are trillionaires.
You're right about that.
Oh, I've been looking at this family heirloom moon-shaped diamond thing since I was, like, 14 years old, and my father took me there. Like, somehow, there's an evil dude that paid them to specifically steal these things. And he's, like...
I mean, you might be right. You might be right. But then again, how are you going to show these off?
That is true. Dude, show up to a fancy party with this freaking, like, sword made of diamonds.
I mean...
sticking out your belt loop.
And all of these jewels on you. And you just
looking
walk
like
in.
Mr. T. Dude, that would be alright with me, man. But, yeah, so, like, I hope two things. I kind of hope they find out who did it, but they got away. Like, I hope somehow... like, they just disappear and they got away with it, you know? Like, new identities and they never find them. Because, like, stuff like this to me, anytime that somebody beats the system in a way, I freaking love it. I love a story like that.
I love it too. But, like, either they had, like, some shitty security.
Yes.
Or these guys were working there. And it was an inside job.
Well, they said that it was a video was released, like some type of CCTV video of, and it was like two really short people. So I don't know.
The Midget Brothers?
The Midget Clan. Did you send me a picture of some like three midget dudes? I don't know, the other day. I don't know. Somebody sent me something that was pretty good. But maybe, I don't know. If you see some really short people rocking some abnormally cold ice.
I mean, either way. Where'd this happen? In Germany?
Yeah, in Germany.
So they're basically locked to somewhere over there.
Do you I know this is kind of like
they're not going to make it flying out of the country unless they have their own
private jets
or whatever.
Well, they just made off with $1 billion. So these type of people probably have some kind of private jet hookup. You know what I mean? Maybe. I think. Hopefully, dude. All right, so we said midgets earlier, and we also said Germany. And I do apologize for the ignorant question, and if this offends anyone, I am sorry. But, like, have you ever even heard of a German midget? Like a midget German person? I haven't either.
I mean...
You see, like, tall German dudes.
Most of the, like, the festivals or whatever, I feel like they're held in America.
Me too. And, like, Taiwan has some. I know there's, like, Taiwan midget people.
I'm sure that every place has some.
Yeah, I'd like to think that they talk German and have a really thick German accent, because that would make my whole day. I don't know. I'm sorry I got off on this.
Do midgets prefer little people, or do they prefer midgets?
Or dwarf? Like, I don't know what's a good word.
The technical term is dwarfism or something, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do, like, the little people term.
I've never met, like, talked to a little person. There was one that went to my school. Yeah. And she was a pretty cool chick.
They're always pretty cool people, dude. I've met little people, and every one of them's freaking cool. But, like, alright, but here's my thing, right? They call it midget wrestling. We don't call it midget wrestling. There was a midget... Well, yes. Well, we didn't call it midget wrestling. But I don't know, like, dude, in like Clarksville or something recently, it might even been in Hickman County, dude. It was somewhere close in backwoods, but there was midget wrestling, and on the flyer it said like midget wrestling. Okay, so
I mean, when that kind of thing happens, they have their own like production that comes. It's not like they found a bunch of midgets in this place, because you can't do that.
So, how legit would it be to be the tour manager of that midget production thing?
I mean, if he's not a little person, then...
I wouldn't be the ringleader. Please, I just find some way to apply. I don't even care. Just match my pay now and I'll quit my company right now. This moment. But, which brings us right back around to this cool freaking, I don't even know, diamond-made sword. It's a beautiful thing.
I mean, it's crazy.
So those are the actual jewels stolen from the Green Vault Museum in
Dresden. Whose jewels were these to begin with?
I don't know. That's a good question.
They're in a museum, but seriously, whose jewels were these? And maybe it was the person, maybe it was somebody who owned them. Yeah. And they wanted them back.
Yeah.
And the museum took them from them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's maybe they were robbed. And now they're
It's like Indiana Jones. It belongs in a museum.
Sit down, Mr. Jones. Dude... Well, I guess, like, my whole thing about this is, I don't know, if they didn't have any type of insurance, I'd imagine that their security stuff is not up to snuff. You know what I mean?
Right. If you're not that worried about your stuff, then you're definitely not that worried about your stuff.
Exactly. And we're in a day and age of, like...
Who's ever heard of this museum to begin with?
I haven't. Green something? What's it called again? The Green Vault Museum.
I mean, I've never heard of this museum. It might be popular over there, but I've never heard of it.
It's apparently one of the oldest in the world. Museums.
So,
but like,
this brings light to the Green Museum.
Now
you can go see the collections that they don't have.
Dude, they've got like empty displays on display. It's like, this is the one that was stolen, guys.
I mean, we live in the future, so you can update your stuff and have hologram models.
No joke.
You did have.
But dude, we like grew up in a generation watching like Ocean's 11 and movies like that where like thieves, like jewelry thieves, were like very prestigious and they had to be really smart and intricate and stuff like that. If you've just got like a freaking glass box holding $1 billion worth of shit in there and you don't have like some kind of lasers that I can't see that like trip alarms and have people on like 15 cameras and you've got to like hack your system, find out where those cameras are angled and find out all the dark spots and then like find out ways to like reshoot the laser beams and stuff. If that's not what it takes to steal your diamonds, you're not up to snuff nowadays, dude.
Yeah, clearly.
So I'm just saying, sorry to go on a tear.
Let's just say they learned a valuable lesson.
Oh, yes they did. Alright guys, so going back to learning a lesson. That's a horrible transition. I got nothing, people, but here we go. Boom! Louderwood Chowder, Steven Chowder.
Wait, I'm pretty sure that's Crowder.
Louderwood Crowder, there you go. Chowder. I don't even know. I like chowder and I'm hungry. Louderwood Crowder, right?
I've never heard of him before.
Crowder,
before you sent me that.
So he does the like, I don't know, so-and-so does not exist, change my mind. He's that guy. He's
cool.
the dude that sits at the table and like goes to
Wow,
college
he
campuses.
started an entire cultural meme shift.
Yes, he did.
With that.
And he's actually like a really smart, super funny guy. He got his start from doing like some kind of Canadian stand-up thing, and he won some contest and went on tour with, I can't remember who it was with. It was like either like a big, I can't remember what his name was, but it was hilarious. Like you would not think this dude would like a super huge black dude comedian. I can't remember what his name was.
I feel like I might know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name.
But yeah, so that's how he got started. But pretty much, so that's who Steven Crowder is. And I don't know, dude. He's hilarious, man. But he did a reenactment he built the actual bed that Jeffrey Epstein supposedly killed himself on, used blankets, saying like if he actually used a sheeted blanket or whatever to do it. And they measured the weight that it would take to rip or mess your neck up like that.
To break vertebrae.
Yeah.
Like how his was.
How his was broken, yeah. And it would take a certain amount of pounds to do that. So he was checking to see if, with the height of the bed, the way that it was all done, if it was even possible for them to be able to break your own neck.
By hanging yourself.
Yes. So he tried a lot of different ways. He tried just like leaning into the rope. He tried like dangling onto the rope. He tried like pushing off the bed with his feet and trying to get that weight. Mm-hmm. And he was like, "You'd definitely pass out." Because he even has like a neck brace on and stuff. And obviously the helmet.
Yeah.
Totally evil Knieveled up. It was hilarious, dude. But
I mean, it's definitely real stuff.
I'm glad he did.
Like all of the, I'm pretty sure they probably built the bed to standard.
Yeah.
Right measurements and everything. Mm-hmm. Used the same materials that he could have had in prison.
Yeah.
To do this. So it's not like, I mean, it's a joke, but it's still legit.
Scientific joke.
Yeah, it's a scientific joke.
So he found out that with just regular him, and he's actually a lot heavier than Epstein was, and he's stronger as well. He works out a lot. So he found out that with just like his weight, he couldn't actually get it to that by himself. But what he did find out is that if he had a roommate, which they said he might have, if the roommate wheelbarrowed his legs up and he laid on his neck, rope on the neck, friend wheelbarrowing his legs up in the air, then you could do it.
But, like, how can they say he might have had a roommate?
He might have, exactly. Like, we don't even know.
He might have had one.
It's ridiculous,
we didn't check on him for about an hour, so he might have had one in between that time.
What really happened. Dude, it's so stupid.
We put him in there and there wasn't one.
Yeah, and so there's actually been trials recently that have been happening, and the chief of... It's not the chief of police. It's like a lady that's actually over the entire correctional facilities in New York. I can't remember what her name was.
It's not the warden. It's like the person that's above the warden.
Yeah, so she's like over the entire state of New York's correctional facilities. So this lady was on trial and pretty much said, "I can't tell you anything at all about the Epstein case." So she's in front of like all these, I don't know if they were Congress members. I can't remember what they were. But it was some type of like a court hearing. She's there. It's the standard, like you're seeing the dude from Facebook and like all the impeachment trials. It's the same type setup with like all these Congress people and this one chick's a witness. So they're all questioning her and she's like, "Well, I can talk about what we normally do in our prison, but the actual Epstein case, I can't talk about it at all. I can't tell you anything about it." And that's all that was happening for like 15 minutes. And dude, these guys grilled her. It was freaking amazing to watch like them be so actually passionate about finding out what actually happened. Because like, dude, the guy was running a freaking pedophile ring. And it's insane. But he had like all these really super famous people and like millionaires.
That was the one ring that ruled them all.
Yeah, man, exactly.
I mean, anybody that was anybody that wanted to do that type of disgusting shit went to Epstein.
Yeah.
Because they knew that his way was the most secure way possible.
Yeah. Another thing,
it's freaking
I didn't know
diabolical.
About this. Yeah, it's messed up, dude. And I didn't know this part, but so like, have you looked into the history of Epstein? One of the main people that was like his best friend and mentor was the freaking founder of Victoria's Secrets. Like Victoria's Secret's owner or whatever. I wonder if that guy's into some weird sex shit. I don't know.
I mean, good God.
Right? So, and that's actually the dude that gave him that island. That guy gave him
now
that
you
island
know.
and stuff. So, boom. There's some
the
more
reason
shit.
that he was silenced. Because these people were the most powerful of powerful in the world.
Yeah. Everybody, dude. So, it's just insane to me. But the funny thing is, Stephen Chatter pretty much said, hey, by himself, he probably couldn't have done this.
Yeah,
but he did.
I mean, really, I don't believe there was any way he could have done it by himself.
No, I don't see any way of that happening, man. I don't know how they want to pass that off. But hopefully, so in the next coming days, I think that there was a post recently saying that on the 24th or 25th, probably not on Thanksgiving, I'd imagine, that the government's probably not doing anything about it. But on the 20-something of November, the truth will be revealed, is what I saw. I don't know what that means, but I'm looking.
I feel like they've got a fall guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're gonna put him they're gonna put him in the cell with him, and it's gonna be some random prisoner that they found that they convinced to confess to it. And they're gonna have a fall guy. And then they're gonna try and just shut the case.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, Epstein was a witness to a larger case. So, like, even once we find out, like, even if he did kill himself, which I don't think that he did, but even if he did, that's not the story. The story is, what the fuck was he, like, what was he suicided for? Who had him suicide himself? Maybe he did kill himself because somebody told him to, you know?
I mean, it could have happened.
I don't know.
This could go all the way into the Illuminati.
You never know. It really.
I mean, it could go that deep.
There's some crazy shit. I don't know. We need to do a whole conspiracy theory episode, dude.
Yeah.
You guys send us some crazy conspiracy shit, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll research it,
Yeah.
and then I don't know. We'll have aluminum foil on our heads.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh no. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. We went black, and we're back. Ha ha ha! All right. Here we go, guys. So, pretty much. That's the Epstein stuff. I don't know.
He didn't kill himself. He had help.
Yeah.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, for real. We'll let y'all know when we find out more stuff.
Yeah.
But, speaking to our American fans and peoples.
And families.
Boom! Thanksgiving's coming and we're about to get wrecked with some storms. So it's already been raining here in Tennessee a ton.
Today it rained last night. It was awful. Just pouring down, flooding rain last night.
It was pretty rough. It was pretty freaking rough. And honestly,
I'm the kind of person that I despise the rain.
Dude, I love it.
For some reason, I just don't.
We're opposite people.
Right. Everything that I say that I hate, I can guarantee you, as far as weather goes, John loves.
I know.
The rain, I can just look at it outside. I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not out there.
And then I'm out there dancing in the rain.
Yeah.
No, dude. I don't like being in the rain, but I like sleeping too. But, dude, so apparently, in California it's been raining. Thursday it's supposed to be snowing, and then all throughout the weekend it's supposed to blast the entire U.S. They said all of the 48 lowers are getting hit with this storm.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
I don't think that we're gonna get any snow or anything like that here. It's probably gonna be mostly rain.
Yeah.
Just because of the temperature. But who knows?
I think the funny thing about this is, and we were talking about this, you didn't know, but
be careful if you're traveling. That's the main point we were trying
to
get
across here.
If you're traveling, just be prepared to be stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And not eating that beautiful Thanksgiving dinner that you're trying to get to.
Dude,
because you're not getting to it.
Yes. Really quick, a storm travel story that I've got this was probably 3 years ago. But it was in February, and me and Jody were we had this trip booked. We were going to Florida. We had already booked the hotel, everything.
February? What are you traveling in February for?
I know. Well, we were just...
my birthday's in February,
right? But... So we were like, come on, let's get out of here. Let's just go traveling. So we had booked this already a week or 2 weeks before. And it was just a long weekend trip to Florida. And we rented a hotel, got everything set. And we even rented a rental car.
Oh, nice.
So we're like, let's go down to Florida. So driving, and as we're driving, it starts snowing a little bit, and everybody starts calling us. They're like, "You're not really going today, are you?" And we're like, Dell, we're already on our fucking way out of town. We got our bags packed. We're out of here, you losers. Enjoy the snow. So like, we start driving. It keeps snowing. I'm in a rental car. I got insurance. I really could care less, but I just don't want to die. So I'm like driving, and like it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, well, we'll drive our way out of this. No, dude, we make it down to Alabama, and this is like 3 years ago. And for some ungodly reason, nothing. There's like nothing at all on the internet about like, hey, anything shut down. We get at a dead stop, dead standstill traffic. It's like freaking throwing ice. It's just sheets of ice. And before it stopped, dude, I saw like 4 or 5 trucks hitting each other. There was wrecks in front of us, wrecks behind us, 18-wheelers hitting each other,
oh my God,
swerving off the road. It looked like some apocalyptic type stuff, dude. But like me and Jody were just like in this little like, I don't even remember. It was like some little economy line car that we were driving.
Malibu or something.
Yeah. But we're just making it, cruising along. Didn't hit anybody. Stopped in traffic, and it's like 9 o'clock at night by this time, right? So we're like, well, shit, this sucks. So I guess we'll just wait it out. Hopefully the traffic will start back. 9 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, like, when the fuck is this gonna end? I'm like, already, I've peed out the window. I've like done all the whole stuff, dude. I'm like stuck in traffic. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. There's nothing on it about on the radio, like nothing, dude. There's nothing. So like, finally we get moving, and it turns out that they'd shut it down because there was an 18-wheeler that like wrecked off of a bridge pretty much, but like there was no way to get to him because the whole roads were frozen over. They were just a sheet of ice. It was nuts, dude.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, but we made it down to Florida and had a freaking awesome vacation after that. It was like getting through it, and we were like, peace out, losers.
Right.
And then just drove. And I got stuck in the middle of it. It was nuts. But it was a fun story. Fun thing to remember about. But speaking of horrible weather, and
which I don't think it's going to affect us now that I think about it. Is that because that weather line, New York is kind of up here, and it might miss it completely.
So this is saying like it might. They said they're keeping an eye out on it, but they're saying with the storms that we just talked about, the Macy's Day Parade obviously has all these huge floats that are going around, freaking floating it up. And just getting demolished. So, like, there's a whole compilation video on freaking CNN about moments when Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade went awry. And that's freaking hilarious to me, man. I don't know. I guess it's not really going to talk about the rest of the stuff. But, dude, I mean, they're having to, I guess, ground all of this stuff right now. But if they do let them out, and then it just comes a gust of wind, I just imagine, like, 50, 60 people just, like, running from their lives from a huge Pikachu floating around.
I mean, honestly, I don't know who in their right mind is going to be out there on the streets of New York on Thanksgiving Day watching this shit. Because that's not me. That is the opposite of me.
Yeah.
So I can't comprehend it with my mind, what these people are thinking. Are they like, maybe I'll be on TV? I don't know.
I think they get, like, candy thrown at them. So
I mean,
cool.
Unless they're throwing freaking ham and like mashed potatoes and gravy, I ain't there.
Hit me in the face with like just turkey and dressing the whole freaking time. Throw cornbreads out.
Just the whole bowl, like just like blast you in the face.
I'd allow it, dude. I would not care, man.
And you do a backflip and you get up and your face is all bloody, but you have a smile.
No teeth. Turkey. Just a huge turkey in my mouth and blew out all my teeth. I don't even care, dude.
Oh god. See, that's the kind of parade I want to be at.
Yeah, dude. Likewise. What is your favorite kind of Thanksgiving food?
I'm a ham guy.
Ham, dude. So
I'm
like
all about that
ham?
pork all the time. I don't care. People can say it's bad for you. Whatever. Everybody's gonna die.
I know.
What does it matter?
You can't go outside because the sun's gonna kill you.
Seriously, what does it matter if something is bad for you to eat? If it tastes fucking good and you love it, eat that shit.
Yes, that's the truth, man. And, like, dude, people even want to talk, like, drink a lot more water, but you can't drink too much bottled water because all the plastic, you see, gets into the water and then it's in your body. And you can't pee out plastic, apparently. I don't know, dude. There's like, everything will kill you.
Yeah, there's nothing
Eat it all anyways.
There's nothing on this planet that you can do that wouldn't eventually kill you, I don't think.
Yeah, next you're gonna say Cheez-Its are bad for you.
I mean, if you breathe in too much oxygen, you get high.
Yeah, you can
like,
have a
pure
oxygen,
oxygen
right?
will get you
right?
high. Yeah, there's something that can happen if you breathe in too much pure oxygen.
Yeah.
If you drink too much water, it'll kill you.
You're gonna die, folks. Is what we're getting at.
The point
so
is,
enjoy with Thanksgiving dinner.
Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Eat all the food.
All the food.
Don't let any of your family have any of the food. Eat it all. Eat all of the dessert.
All of it.
And flip over the table and leave.
Here's
and
my...
don't say anything to anyone.
And get somebody to videotape you doing that and put #HeckChallenge. Here's what we need to do, okay?
Dude.
If you guys are at some kind of family Thanksgiving event, I want you to start a political argument and then just walk away from the table and eat all of the leftovers. That's what needs to happen. That's my game plan going into it, at least. I think I'm going to go in there and just be like, so, what about that impeachment? And then just start it off as awkwardly as I can, make sure a few people are a little bit more drunk than they should be, and then just go clear off the rest of the food. And drive off.
Yeah. Just and don't even eat the food with your utensils.
No.
And don't even get a plate. Just eat it right off of whatever platter that it's on.
Yeah.
With your hand right there while you're standing there.
Dude. Oh, man, alright, so we were at my dad's house like 2 years ago for Thanksgiving. And one of my cousins, not going to name any names here because who knows, but one of my cousins got pretty drunk. And their stepdad was as well pretty drunk. And dude, it was the most horribly awkward arguing between like stepson, dad. It was like, God. It was so funny, dude. Like you could tell they did not like each other, and they were completely drunk at a family thing. My grandma's there, my dad's there, like everybody's there.
God.
Hilarious, dude. So I don't know, man. I always see these memes that's like, I'm that guy on Thanksgiving. I want to see any videos. Hopefully some crazy Thanksgiving family shit happens and we get it.
Yeah.
Just tag us.
I mean,
somehow. We'll
I want to see somebody with like the whole ham fighting somebody with the whole turkey.
Like a whole turkey leg, yeah.
They're just beating each other with this meat.
Someone gets slapped by... Dude, yes. So...
KO.
Overdub it with like Street Fighter
Happy
stuff.
Thanksgiving, bitch.
Yeah. Chicken leg. Dude, so that's my hopes, guys. Get out there. Eat all of the freaking food that you can. Eat more than enough.
Enjoy your life.
It's Thanksgiving.
Seriously. It's one day.
Yeah.
It's one day.
And if you feel bad
you can
about
make
it,
up for it,
work out today maybe. Do a little bit of Pilates tonight, you know?
Yeah.
Do something.
Or you can just be like me and never work out. And just hope that everything works out in your favor.
You know what we found out today? You're gonna freaking die. It doesn't matter, okay? So just go eat that food.
You can drink all the water you want. You can take all the pills, all the supplements, do all the, you know, freaking eating healthy and exercising and like learning and exercising your brain. You can do whatever you want. But death is still coming. It is still waiting at the end of the road.
Yeah, Keith Buckley said, I've been everywhere, and yet we'll end up at the same depth. What's the point? Keith Buckley. Every time I die. That guy.
So enjoy it while you have it.
Yes.
That's the point.
Aubrey said, heckin' good Thanksgiving. That's the hashtag. You guys start family arguments, something like that. Be really outrageous at your Thanksgiving dinner. And film it. And hashtag.
And then if they ask you, why are you doing this? You can just say, the Heck Podcast told us to.
The Heck Podcast told us to. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. That's where I'm hoping.
I'll take all the blame.
JT Luna said, I walked 10 miles at work today. Gonna eat everything, even the plates. Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna die anyways. Eat the plates.
There's a lot of people on this planet that are glass eaters, and they would appreciate you eating glass.
Hold on. Do they like digest it? Do they poop that out afterwards? What happens?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not throwing it up. So
either way, it comes out like mouth, butt. It's probably not good. And what does it do once it's in there? Like I saw this thing of this dog that like ate too many toys and shit, and it was just like they had to cut it out of its guts. So like, does that happen with people that eat like glass?
I don't know.
I don't either, man. Find out this Thanksgiving, though. Come on, guys. Band together. JT, everybody. Let's do this. Let's get some good videos of Thanksgiving. Okay? Especially if they're night Thanksgiving things. Nightly Thanksgiving dinners are just the best time for this stuff to happen. So, yes, if we get some good videos, I'm going to post it on our podcast page. That's all I got. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to say to people before Thanksgiving? What are you thankful for, Chris?
Oh, man.
Putting you on the spot.
That's a hard thing to talk about these days. There's not much going on.
Oh, I like it.
I mean, I'm thankful for Mingua beef jerky.
Yes.
That's one thing that I'm extremely thankful for.
I ate some today. I ate some of the bourbon Mingua jerky.
Oh,
That's my favorite flavor.
They actually have the... I don't know if they had the barbecue in the big bag before, but they have it now.
I'm going to have to try it. I've never tried the barbecue, and I've tried
it's like in a blue bag.
Oh, I love it.
It's pretty good. But I don't know. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for video games.
Ooh.
Because...
Death Stranding is so good.
They are They take me away from reality,
horrible
right?
We don't always have to die in video games. There's always a restart in video games, you know.
Yeah, so and I mean,
you
if you die, you can just go back and I mean,
it's true.
I'm thankful for marijuana.
There it is as well.
Because I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing. If you've never experienced it before, you should really give it a shot.
Maybe you should eat some edibles before Thanksgiving.
Right.
Or at Thanksgiving.
Right.
Slip that into the turkey. Tryptophan and a little bit of THC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. I mean...
Granny on drugs.
Yeah. I'm thankful for food that is already prepared and I don't have to prepare it. And I can just eat it.
I love cooking. We're so opposite.
No, I mean, I love cooking too. Don't get me wrong. I do.
Yeah.
But... I'm extremely thankful for whenever I don't have to cook.
There it is, man. There it is. Dude, I like it.
What about you?
You really put me on the spot here, Chris. Oh. I don't know. I guess I'm thankful for my family. I like family drama, too.
God.
There's a lot of family drama.
I felt like I knew you were going to say that.
I had to, because I'm pretty sure they're all watching. I felt obligated. Dad, give me $20 after this. He always used to do that. He would be like, John, tell him your family. Here's some money. He never really gave me money, though. Bastard. Oh, up.
If my family watched this, I would not be part of the family anymore, probably. So
Nice. Dude, I sent my dad a thing asking for that Tesla truck. He hasn't really gotten back to me. I don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm thankful for food. I freaking love it. This is my favorite time of year. Everybody always says, like, Christmas and whatever is their favorite time of year. Thanksgiving, dude.
Your favorite?
That's my favorite freaking holiday. I love the food. That's really all I love about it. And there you go. Christmas. If you made turkey and dressing on Christmas, I'd freaking eat it. So, yeah, that's what I'm thankful for. Food, family, and music. I don't know. There we go. That's all I got. Yeah, freaking love it.
Good.
There's been so many good bands out there.
Yeah.
But alright, guys, go out there, find something to be thankful for, start some crazy family drama at dinner. Just have a good time, okay? Eat so much food you can hardly walk and make it back to your car and pass out on your family's couch.
Yes.
That's my goal in life. Hopefully we see you next week.
So, happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And fuck shit up.
Yes. Start a riot.
I mean, what else is there to say?
Anything else to say? Alright, guys. Y'all be good. Holla at ya next week.